In this lesson, in Chapter 8, we're going to learn how to find the midpoint of a line segment that is located on a coordinate grid. So when we talk about a coordinate grid, remember that we can name locations on the grid by a set of numbers, the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate. So we have, on this grid, a line segment that has endpoints at 2, 2, and another one that has an endpoint at 8, 6. So this means over 2, up 2, over 8, from the origin, over 8, and up 6. And we're going to learn a formula. It's very intuitive and logical that will help us find the midpoint, which you can tell us about in that section. And so when you find the coordinates of the midpoint, when you use the formula to find the midpoint, you should double check. It'll be very easy to do that. You know it should be located in here somewhere. If the formula that use the formula, plug in the numbers, and you find the midpoint of the line segment according to your calculations is located right here, well, the line's not even there, so you know something went really wrong. So what you can think about is we really want to find how far over we should go to be at the midpoint of the segment, and then how far up we should go. It's going to make sense that it has something, the over part will have something to do with 8 and 2, and the up part will have something to do with 6 and 2. And remember how to find the average of numbers. You add them and divide by the number of numbers in your calculations. So our calculations are going to have two numbers. It's going to be the two x-coordinates are going to be averaged, and the two y-coordinates are going to be averaged. And that's as simple as it is. You're going to average 2 and 8 to figure out how far over you go, and then you'll average 2 and 6 to find out how far up you go. Let's make that a little bit bigger. We determined that our midpoint would be over 5 and up 4, so it'd be right in, let me change to black, right in here. And this isn't a perfect line segment, it's kind of hard to draw a straight line segment, but it'd be right at that point. So there, the line segment doesn't quite hit it, but if I make it really a little bit smaller, it'll look like it does. So pretty much the midpoint there. Let's take a look. So our endpoints were 2 and 2, we were over 2, up 2, and then over 8, up 6. So what that'll look like is we have to find the average of 2 and 8, and find the average of 2 and 6. We can call this x1 and this x2, and this is y1 and y2, but in the formula, this is a really simple formula. Add the two x-coordinates, divide by 2. Add the two y-coordinates and divide by 2. The order that you add doesn't matter because when you're doing addition of two numbers, the commutative property says it doesn't matter which you add first or second. So it could be x2 plus x1 divided by 2 for the x-coordinate, and it could be y1 plus y2 divided by 2 for the y-coordinate. It doesn't really matter what order we put them in. So we just plug the numbers in. This is like x1. So here is x1 and x2, so we're going to do 2 plus 8 divided by 2, and that'll give us a number. This is going to be the x-coordinate. Then this 2 plus this 6 to give us the y-coordinate. And we put these, we could just put this addition, division, together, and we have to simplify it, and it'll give us one number. We separate with a comma because we're really finding a coordinate pair here, the x, y coordinate that'll give us the midpoint. So when we do the arithmetic, 2 plus 8 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. So our coordinates are 5, and 2 plus 6 is 8, divided by 2 is 4. So the coordinates are 5. So in this one we have our endpoints are negative 8, 10 is one endpoint, and negative 3, negative 4 is the other endpoint. So we would take the average of negative 8 and 3, negative 3, it's our x-coordinate, and negative 10, and negative 4, divided by 2. So negative 8 plus Negative 3 is negative 11 divided by 2. That'll be our x-coordinate. And this should be a plus here. Negative 10 plus negative 4 is negative 14. And divided by 2. So this will result in negative 5.5, or I'll put negative 5.5 for the x-coordinate and negative 7 for the y-coordinate. If we check it out, it tells us to go down 5.5, so we just go down, straight down from this point, and down 7, so from here should be about right here. And sure enough, that looks like the midpoint, and according to the formula, so we can be quite sure that that's accurate. And that's really all there is to it. Just find the average of the two coordinates and put it on there, and always ask, and it's going to be really obvious, is my answer reasonable? Because if you, again, if you get a point that's off the line segment, you know you really messed up. And if you'd find out, oh, this looks like the midpoint according to my formula, then you know that's not right. So it should be, you can kind of eyeball where the center is, but don't you dare just say, I think it's right there, without using the formula. Use the formula, it should look right, and then you got it.